Well, we've literally had hundreds of questions and comments about a segment that we introduced to you last fall that also reran through the winter time, where we made some coal frames and hobby greenhouses out of a little kit here. And it's sold as Easy Up, and we found this in some of our local discount stores. But basically what you're purchasing in this kit is nothing more than plastic frame connectors that you hook 2x2 lumber to or attach it to. Now again, you're only purchasing the connectors. The plastic and the lumber doesn't come with it. Well, we've gone through an entire winter now with both these structures, and we want to kind of bring you up to date on what's happened since then. Really, the structure seemed to be pretty secure and hold up for us. Where the problem was in the design of a couple of them. And let me talk to you about that. This is basically the frame for the little coal frame that we used over our raised beds. And we used this design because it was actually shown on the box here. Now the problem was because of this flat top, and remember we've covered it with plastic, water and snow would sit right on top and cause it to cave in, and eventually the plastic wore out and broke on us because of the pressure. So instead of having this flat surface, I think what we would try to do next time is construct it with an A-frame, which you can still do with the same kit that you purchase. And this is the top basically of the hobby greenhouse. We would just put the other connector here and make the legs shorter where it would still sit over this. And remember to try to get it as close to the bed as possible. But this way water and snow would run off the top and we wouldn't have as much of a problem. So again, the problem doesn't seem to be the frame, but just kind of the design in this particular instance. Now as far as the hobby greenhouse, again, the height was perfect. Remember we put some benches in there that helps make it a little bit more structurally sound. We put a little bit of lumber on the side to help make it more secure. We put the plastic on as tightly as we could, and where we rolled it up on the lath seemed to work. But the thickness that we used was 4 mil, and that was what was most commonly available or readily available. And it was way too thin. Just like on the coal frame, the wind caused it to rip and shred, and you can tell on the greenhouse it's pretty much blown off. And also where the creases were at, that's also where it began to tear a little bit. So I would encourage either to use a double layer of plastic or to try to get 6 or 8 mil. And if you can get it in longer rolls where you don't have as many folds in it, I think that would also help. Now, the main thing that we wanted to try was to see again, would the structure of the frame support everything and hold up with our winds, again, which it did. And also in the hobby greenhouse, would a little ceramic electric heater keep it warm enough to keep the plants alive and keep them from freezing? And we had no trouble keeping the greenhouse warm with that heater. The electric bill was a little bit higher than what we would have liked to see, I think, but it really kept it nice and warm. And with the mild winter, on many occasions we kept it too hot because we couldn't control the thermostat like we would like. So I think really the kit makes it easy to build these structures. We just need to fine-tune the plastic problems and some of the other things. And again, it's pretty easy to find and really a nice idea. And you're going to find later in the summer how we're going to use it even further in our studio gardens.